Hello, good morning. Throw those covers to the side and wake up and stretch. I said stretch. Right, take a deep breath. Nice. Now you're on the track to having a wonderful day.
And waking up with DBS this morning sets your decision making for the day right. I am Alison Monrose alongside the lovely Mona Lisa. We have loads of useful information for you.
Oh, yes, we do. But first, here's Kendall with the morning news headlines.
Good morning. Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre has signed a $35 million EC built-own lease transfer agreement with the National Insurance Property Development and Management Company Limited, or NIPRO, to commence construction of a new police divisional headquarters in Grosselet. The agreement with NIPRO is being called the largest investment in the Royal St. Lucia Police Force in recent years. Firefighters in St. Lucia will join their counterparts across the world next week in celebrating the 100th anniversary of Fire Prevention Week. This year's FPW theme is Fire Won't Wait. Plan your escape. It aims to educate everyone about simple but important actions they can take to keep themselves and those around them safe from structural fires, especially home fires. It is important for everyone to plan and practice a home fire escape.
Along with our main sponsor, IBS, and many other sponsors, we seek to raise a higher level of consciousness throughout the island. We will be hosting media interviews from today, October 4th, until October 7th. Members of the fire service will be on various media platforms, sensitizing and sharing information with the public. On October 9th, we will be revving up our public awareness with a Round the Island motorcade. Every main community on the island will be visited so that we can interact with the people and share information with them directly. From October 10th to the 13th, we will be accommodating school visits, public town hall meetings, an open day at all fire stations, again ensuring we meet as many people as possible from all different age groups. On October 14th, we will culminate our activities with a grand fire safety fair at the Constitution Park, where we will engage and excite the public with a vivid experience in life safety education.
Fire Prevention Week is observed each year during the week of October 9th in commemoration of the Great Chicago Fire, which began on October 8th, 1871 and caused devastating damage. Efforts to boost purchase and consumption of locally grown fruits and vegetables continue as the Ministry of Agriculture, in collaboration with the Taiwan Technical Mission, hosted its first ever eggplant culinary experience.
Eggplant is one of my favorite fruit vegetable, but today is really beyond my expectation. I didn't know that you can use eggplant to make so many different kinds of food, no matter ordinary dishes or even candy. I never imagined that you can use eggplant to make candy, so that's really amazing. And today we also see a lot of talented young people. And as I say, there's a lot of talented people in St. Lucia. That's why my embassy and my government work with the government of St. Lucia, trying to build up and promote human or people's capacity in St. Lucia. No matter our agriculture project, our education project, or our other project, the focus is people.
Noting that the agricultural sector forms a very crucial part of the country's overall food security plan, Taiwan has been working with the government of St. Lucia to strengthen the island's agricultural capacity. The Bankers Association of St. Lucia, along with the rest of the ECCU, are gearing up to celebrate another year of Financial Information Month.
In St. Lucia, through collaboration with our partners, we came up with 3 sub-themes. The first one is Regain Your Time, Get Online. Secondly, Seizing the Opportunities Amidst the Crisis, with a particular emphasis on inflation. And number 3, Prepare for the Future, Financial Planning for Business Growth. The Eastern Caribbean Central Bank remains committed to the financial advancement of our people and our citizens. And it is in this regard that we are elated to launch Financial Information Month in St. Lucia.
The 20th annual initiative was officially launched by the collective group of financial institutions last week at a small ceremony at the Financial Center on Bridge Street. Those are your top stories. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
Thanks, Kendall. When we come back, we're talking beauty and brains.
Welcome back. Ali, school days are said to be the happiest of days, and teachers play an important role in our experiences in the classroom.
I remember my days at school, and they were indeed very interesting. And as I take my place in the world, I'm going to remember all the words given to me by my favorite teachers.
All my teachers were impactful, but you see, Tracy George, a woman after my own heart. Teachers are so special, Ali.
Indeed they are. And to celebrate them, the Ministry of Education led the observation of World Teacher Day on Wednesday, October 5th. Minister Sean Edward and the staff dressed in their former school uniforms. So let's have a look.
Don't forget our students who are joining us virtually, Mr. Sejis, who is in uniform, and the others who we can see. We're so happy that we have so many of you joining us online. The next time we're going to find a location where everybody can fit in. But I'm really excited about today's initiative. And one thing we're going to do before we leave, because all of us are well represented in our schools, I'm going to call everybody one by one for just 10 seconds. So just highlight the teacher who would have impacted your life, or to just at least say something special. Yes. And
appeal for greater participation on Friday.
Yes. And also, I noticed that there are some of us, very few though, who didn't wear our school uniform today. But that's why we have 2 days of activities. So having seen how today turned out and the excitement it generated, I'm expecting everybody to show up on Friday in their school uniforms. Okay? So, they might like the suspension, head prefect. Yes. I might have them to kneel downstairs in the car park. Yes. Yeah, so I'm going to start my little appreciation by just indicating that there are teachers. I already did mine and acknowledged the teacher who impacted my life, but there are teachers who impacted the lives of my children, and for that I want to thank the teachers of the Dame Paulette Primary School, Miss Lewis, Miss Louise, Miss Fontenelle, and of course the principal. And at St. Mary's College, Miss Anius, and Dr. Cyril, and all of the others who would have touched the lives of the students at the school.
I want to start off by thanking you for voting for me to be president of your student council. But remember, when I campaigned, I told you I wanted us to be more responsible students. So in the absence of the teachers today, I am in charge, and I'm expecting the full cooperation and participation of everybody. The girl in the back. You are talking unnecessarily. Okay, on a very serious note, today has been set aside by the United Nations as World Teacher Appreciation Day. And I don't know that we have the words individually or even as a collective, as a ministry, to adequately express our gratitude to the hundreds of teachers who continue to toil daily just to ensure that they shape citizens who will take their rightful places in society tomorrow. I've made a point elsewhere that a teacher's compensation can never be sufficient in terms of dollars and cents. And everything that we can do individually and as a sector to say thanks to teachers, please let us do so. For me and for the permanent secretary, the government, today is more than just wearing the uniform of your alma mater. We want more than that. We want for you today to reach out to a teacher, somebody who would have taught you, whether at the infant level or the secondary level, and to say thank you to them for the manner in which they would have impacted your life. Also take the opportunity, those of you who have children, to reach out to the teachers of your children and tell them that you are pleased, you are satisfied with what they do on a daily basis as far as nurturing your own child is concerned. We at the ministry, we are at the command center, so to speak, and the teachers are in the field as missionaries, preaching our doctrine, subscribing to our message. And so we must always, at every opportunity, see them as extensions of the Ministry of Education. And I use the word extension here advisedly. This is not in any way saying that they have less importance than those of us who happen to operate from the waterfront. But equally and very importantly, any success that can be realized in the education sector, it must be predicated on the commitment and dedication of the hundreds of teachers we have in our school system. And so I will implore you, when a teacher leaves Soufrière, Vieux Fort, Gros Islet, or Débarras, and they journey to the Ministry of Education, whether it is to receive a salary slip or to just seek information, I implore you to reach out and give them the best possible service you are capable of dispensing in your respective positions. There are too many horror stories where teachers complain that the service they got at the Ministry of Education was, for want of a better word, horrible and never made them feel appreciated considering the efforts that they continue to put out on a daily basis for this country. So today, let us salute our teachers because they will forever remain indispensable in the whole scheme of national development. Other sectors deal with infrastructure and they deal with solid matter. Teachers touch lives in very delicate ways, but more often than not, the impression they make are indelible and they influence children, not just during the time period that the children spend in the care of the teacher, but for many, many decades to come into adulthood. So you will join me with 3 cheers for the teachers of our country. Hip hip! Hooray! Now students on the campaign trail, you did better than that. Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip!
Hooray! After the president has spoken, there's very little you can say. However, I am so happy and so proud of all of you this morning for looking so beautiful. Give yourselves a round of applause. I know your parents worked very hard to get you those brand new uniforms to come to school today. But let me join the president in thanking you immensely for the hard work that you've been doing, for all the assignments that you have been completing on time, for reporting to work promptly, to school promptly. I'm very happy when you get to school early so that you can relax and start your work on time. We are very happy about that. So continue the good work. And I would like to thank all of our teachers who have worked over the years to mold us into the beautiful human beings that we are today. I know you will join me in thanking them. Those who have gone to their Maker, we should remember them in our prayers. Those who have gone on retirement, we must reach out and say thank you. We shouldn't forget them. So let us join together in thanking all of our teachers in St. Lucia, present and past. And the new teachers who have joined the profession, let us continue to encourage them and to support them. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Tomorrow, Friday, the Creative Health Center at Radwe will be hosting a health fair with a Creole flavor. A number of health specialists will hold consultations. Among them is Cynthia Garnier as aesthetics practitioner. Ali spoke with her about her field of medicine.
All right, everybody, we have with us Cynthia Garnier.
Hi.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm good. I'm fine. Thank you.
All right. So that we know that the beauty industry is a $1 million company, and I've realized that a lot of people are now moving to non-surgical procedures. So could you tell us a bit more about your practitioner?
As a non-surgical practitioner, I am an advanced practitioner. Okay. So I do advanced treatments. It's called non-surgical. So I do all the facelifting, body shaping. If there's loose skin, I work on the loose skin as well. So yeah, that's part of being an aesthetic practitioner.
All right. So what services do you provide?
Everything. Everything really. So starting from a basic facial, and then I can go on to machine facials. So we introduce products into the skin. So if there's any skin problems like acne problems or people having rosacea or anything like that, then I can help with the machines. And then if people want facelifting, toning, tightening, then I'll bring out different machines to work with it. So we call it non-surgical, where we're not cutting the people's face, we're just lifting. What happens, the machines will actually stimulate the fibroblasts. So that will help to stimulate the collagen and the elastin to tighten the skin and firm the skin again. The reason why these machines came out, it all started in hospitals where people had palsy. So one side of the face will collapse. So the doctors started using it. Then it came into the beauty industry. So we lift and tone the muscles because we don't exercise the muscles on the face. So we age, but we like to age gracefully.
Yes.
So that's where we come in.
All right. So, is it for everyone? Because even though it is non-surgical, I'm sure there might be an age.
Well, I started in the beauty industry when I was 26, 27 years old. And I started experimenting with those machines. And I find that it really helped me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I believe I have aged gracefully.
I believe so too.
Yeah.
So how did you come about in this whole industry?
It started off when I'm quite artistic, but I was in a job that I was not happy in.
Yes.
So I was doing my secretary job, and I thought, is this all to life? So my mother was a dressmaker, so I used to help her. So I thought, I would go in and be a fashion designer. So I went to college to become a fashion designer, but I love it. But it was just too stressful for me. So then I decided to do makeup because I love art. So I went to college to be a makeup artist. But then I realized the skin. I love the skin. And we not only study makeup, but the skin, the anatomy of the body and everything. So I thought, wow, this is like being a doctor. So I'm going to really stick to this. This is what I want. And from there, being a beauty therapist, graduating to an advanced aesthetic practitioner is just wonderful. So I've been doing it for 35 years.
Oh, wow.
And I started off with nothing. So it was just a dream and I had no money. So now I'm here and as an advanced practitioner, helping people to look beautiful, stay beautiful, and not only that, helping them to change their lifestyle, because it all starts from within, not from outside. Helping them and realizing you don't need a lot of money to do this. You just have to have a dream and follow that dream. So I'm here in St. Lucia, me and my husband, to help people, to motivate people who have a dream, who wants to go into the aesthetic world, the beauty industry, but have no money, but there is a way to get into it without having too much money.
Right, so just doubling back on the procedures, how long does it take for your clients to get their desired look?
Most treatments are about 45 minutes. But it's more than one treatment.
Okay.
Yeah, so you would probably need a course of 6 to 8 treatments.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know that you'll have your events on Friday. So is there anything in particular that you'll be providing on Friday?
We could probably do demonstrations of mini facials. Okay. But what I would like to really promote as well is the international college that we are bringing here to to St. Lucia. It's an international beauty college that has accreditation, allowing people to go onto the cruise, to work on cruise ships, hotels, to open up their own business. Because a lot of people, when they leave the Caribbean islands or wherever they are, when they go to work on the cruise ship or go to America or England, their certificates are not recognized.
Yeah.
So with the accreditation, we have brought it over with us, international qualification. And instead of traveling to get your qualification, it's now here in St. Lucia. So we'll be promoting that as well.
All right. So is there any social media or contact number that you can give if anyone wants to contact you about your services or about the accreditation?
Yes. Well, I'm sure you've got the Creative Health Centre number,
Yes.
but my number is also 286-6817.
All right. Thank you so much for joining me in this interview. It was a lovely talk, and I hope everyone heard everything that you had to say because it really is interesting.
Very and exciting.
Thank you so
We hope
much.
to see everyone there.
We will be. Good morning, DBS family. My name is Alison Monrose, and welcome to another episode of Ali's Corner. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to create abstract flowers using paper towel rolls. So let's just get into it. All you will need is paper, your paper towel rolls, paint of your choice, a container to hold your paint. Tape is optional. If you don't have a container, you can use a paintbrush and a pair of scissors. Alright, so for this craft, we'll be using a flower stamp like this one. So you'll take your paper towel rolls, and if you have the long ones, you're going to cut it down to your desired length, or if you have the short ones, that will start perfectly for you. So you're going to take your scissors and make these small incisions along the side. You need to measure your stamp to your paper to ensure that your stamp is not too big. If you're not confident in your cutting skills, you are allowed to add a little tape to ensure that your cuts are straight or even, if you will. If you are more confident like I am, you can just go straight into the cutting. If you're doing multiple rolls, to get a variated look. Alright, so now that I have both of my stencils cut out, you can use as many as you want, one for every color, so that your colors don't get muddy. So once you have everything cut out, you can then start stamping. If you have the container where you can pour your paint in, you can just press it directly in and straight onto your paper. If you do not, you can take a paintbrush and paint on the paint. Please be generous so that you can see the print. Apply a very light layer and then build it up, as the cardboard absorbs a lot of paint. Don't be afraid to move it around and give it a little bit more presses so that it creates an organic flower shape. Okay, so this is my final product. As you can see, I used red, oranges, and browns and a little bit of green just to give it a little extra oomph. If you want, when the paint is wet, you can add a little glitter to just give it a little bit more pizzazz. But if you do try this out, please send me your results at 723-3333 and I will be sure to respond, because I believe that art is a beautiful thing, and I'd love to see your beautiful creations. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning into DBS this morning, where we had an amazing show. We would like you to go out and appreciate those teachers. But before you do that, we have a little quote for you.
Teachers can change the world with just the right mix of chalk and challenges. So artistic, just like you, Ali.
Indeed. But since we have the teachers in front of us, you need to appreciate them, because you don't know the amount of challenges that the teachers go through just to teach you.
So go on out and hug those teachers, give them a nice card, and tell them how much you appreciate them.
Indeed. But we will see you tomorrow. Bye.